What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Lightning's Perspective. It is your host, Lightning K, and I'm back with another video. So today I'm feeling great. I'm feeling happy. I'm getting consistent with the podcast. This has been my goal for such a long time, and I'm consistent too. This is going to be my second episode in a row. But anyway, this is just what I love to do. I feel so happy doing podcasts. Also, in the last video, I tried to mention it, but I moved the mic away, and this mic doesn't pick up from far away. So I was trying to say, do you guys like my new mic? And then I stole it from my mom. But anyway, so today's topic is going to be an interesting topic because it's something that a lot of people need help with. And I know that it's like not one of the top, but it's pretty up there in the top most search things on YouTube, which is, I didn't even have my tab open, girl. It is how to move on and what's the proper mindset to have. Because at first off, it's just how to move on. Okay, what about having to move on? What about how to move on? I'm talking about like what's the proper mindset to have, not only once you moved on, but after you move on, for future relationships, future friendships. By the way, I forget to mention, but when I say relations or relationships, I mean relationships could be a romantic relationship, a friendship relationship, a mother and daughter, that's a relationship, a sister relationship. When I say relationship, I don't mean a romantic relationship. Relationship means relations across friendships, mother and daughter, sisters, brother and sister, anything. That's what a relationship is. When I say relationship, I don't mean like romantically. Anywho, let me know how y'all like the new background. I really love it. I love the accent wall. I love that Christmas is right there. I love, the whole background is just so pretty. So let me know what y'all think in the comments down below about the new background, and comment down below which one y'all like better, this one or the old background. But yeah, so we're gonna get right into the video, but before we do not forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Share this video to your friends, y'all. We're trying to get and help as much people as we can, build our community, make it bigger, better, and stronger. Okay, by the time that 2023 ends, I want to have at least 20 subscribers. So let's make it happen. All right, let's make this happen. All right, so coming in with number one, I feel like that's gonna be like my little slogan. Coming in with number one, we have: take time to analyze your feelings and don't pretend you're okay. You're fresh out of you're fresh out of a breakup, you're kind of vulnerable a little bit, you're a little like, oh my god, like you're so prone to crying. Any tiny little thing could just make you cry, or you can have like episodes. And when I say episodes, I had one today, but not because I haven't moved on or whatever the case is, but I had an episode because it's a long story. Maybe I'll do a story time about it, but that's not the story for right now. But anyway, so I just had an episode and I lashed on everybody. I lashed on my friends, people who weren't my friends, random people who just walked by, everybody. I lashed on everybody at lunch today. And so, you can have episodes like that. And so it's important to accept the fact, let the people around you know, communicate with your friends, communicate with people around you, and let them know that, hey, I'm going through something right now. So I'm sorry if I lash out, and I'm sorry, this and that and the third. But I did apologize to mostly everybody. There was one person who really deserved for me to lash out on them, and I didn't apologize because they deserved it. Okay, even if I wasn't in an episode, I still would have lashed out on them because they were just being so annoying at the time. But anywho, that's not what this episode's about. Okay, coming in with number two is: for the first couple of days, allow yourself to look at your pictures, videos, and then delete everything. So you don't have, I was going to say you don't have to go cold turkey, but when it comes to things like this, I recommend you go cold turkey. It depends. Has it been a 4-month relationship or a 4-year relationship? With a 4-year relationship, it's a little different, but I'm talking, this is all stuff for teens. I'm sorry, because if you're like a 25, 30-year-old woman, I don't recommend you to take all of my tips, because I only know from what my experience is and from what my peers tell me and from what my elders tell me. So I don't really know about a 30-year-old, 25-year-old relationship, but from maybe, this might apply maybe up to like 15, 16, I don't know. But like 13 and under, I'm at 14 and under. Sometimes I forget I'm not 13 anymore. But anyway, 14, maybe 15 and under, this applies to us, okay? But yeah, so look at pictures and then just go cold turkey. If it was anything under 6 months, look at pictures, not 6 months. 6 months is kind of a long time for our age. But if it was anything under 2 months, delete I'm gonna look at everything, look through everything, reminisce, maybe for like 1, 2, 3, maybe 3 days, okay? And then just delete everything, block them on all social media. Do not text them, do not call them, do not what's it called? Like go back. I used to do this a lot. Go back, unblock, and look at their page and block again. Don't do that. You see it's blocked and take that as a message as, okay, I'm not looking. Okay? Him or her being blocked is a sign to just not look. Cut it off. Don't look. Okay? Because the thing is, you say, oh no, I don't want to block them, but then you go back to their page and everything's there, you can see it, and so the next time you just go back and check. But if you look and it's blocked, in your head you never seen it, so you're not going to want to go back next time, because the last time you went it was blocked, you couldn't see anything. Okay. Coming in with number 3, now isn't the time to be friends or being on speaking terms. Fresh out of a relationship, 4 year, 4 month, 1 month, it doesn't matter. 1 week, it's not, 1 week, if you're attached by 1 week, you need to watch some videos on how to not be so attached. Maybe, I want to make a video on that. Hold on, let me add that to my thing. So yeah, you need to watch some videos on how to detach if you're getting attached after a week, which I'm not judging you, I'm just saying that it's not healthy. Okay. Next, we have, oh wait, did I finish talking? Oh no, okay. Yeah, don't be on speaking terms, because the things, when you're on speaking terms in your head, like you never get that like there's something, I don't know what it's called. Basically, being not talking to the person is allowing yourself to heal. If you're still talking to the person, whether you feel like you healed or not, you're never going to truly heal, because in your head you've been talking to them even though the breakup has already happened or you guys aren't friends anymore. So rather, in a relationship, you know what I mean when I say relations or relationship, don't talk to them as soon as you cut off friendships or cut off relationship. Okay, just don't, because you need time to heal and think about what happened, why did it happen, whose fault was it really? Was it my fault? What can I improve in the next friendship or relationship? Is it worth apologizing? Can we fix this? So you need that time to yourself to think. And when I say to yourself, I don't mean from everybody. Maybe you do need time from everybody, but when I say you need that time from that person. Maybe it is from everybody. That's a call you're going to have to make. But when I say you need that time, I mean from that person. Okay. Coming in with the next one, I have stop fantasizing and stop mentioning them. Delete everything from your head now. So this time, instead of deleting everything from your phone, from your laptop, from your TV, from your photos, whatever other electronics that there is, from your watch, tablet, whatever it is, instead of, now you've already done delete all of that, now you have to delete that person from your mind. Okay, this is completely getting over them. You want to absolutely delete them and move them away from your life. Okay, so I guess this also could be a way on how to detach. But anyway, no, but I want to make that a separate video, because I have things for that. But so yeah, you want to absolutely delete them from your head. Stop mentioning them. If you think about them, you start fantasizing, cut it off, stop it. Because one thing that would help me fall asleep at night is fantasizing. Even now, like, fantasizing helps me sleep at night. And the dangerous thing about fantasizing is fantasy can turn into a crush. It can turn into, it can turn into something that you would like to pursue. You like them, So fantasies are very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. So fantasize about yourself and fantasize at your own risk. Okay? So no more fantasies. If you catch yourself, stop yourself. If you think about them, if you start mentioning them, just stop the whole topic and switch the topic. So let's say we could just be talking about school, and I'm like, oh my god, Bob, switch the topic, talk about Brenda instead, or talk about going to the park, or literally something totally unrelated, so that not only do you stop mentioning them, you don't want that topic to be associated with them either. Because if you stop talking about them as soon as you say their name, that topic won't be associated with them, and you won't not want to talk about that because it reminds you of this person. Okay? Coming with number 5, start a new hobby. Boss up. Start wearing a little bit more makeup. Not often. Just do it one time for the one time. Wear a little bit more makeup. Put on a little mascara. Put on a little lipstick. Start singing. Pick up a new hobby. Start taking hot girl walks. I want to do that. I want to start taking hot girl walks. I just feel like that would just make it feel so good. But it's too cold for that right now. I live in Florida and I feel like it's cold. So I can't imagine for people in like New York, New Hampshire, Delaware. I don't know. I'm just naming random places. But places that I think that would get cold. I actually know for a fact that it's cold in New York because my friend's in New York right now on a trip. But next, get close to God. And I'm sick of saying, if you're not religious, I'm sorry. I don't like, if I don't know, but like, I guess this podcast isn't for you if you're not a religious person, because I really love God, and I'm gonna like find a way to just slip him in whenever I can, and I'm gonna stop feeling bad about it, because I love God, he loves me, he loves you, whether you love him or believe in him or not, he loves you. And not because you believe in him, not because you pray to him, but because he loves you. So I'm done apologizing if you don't believe in God. That's not my problem. Okay, I'm sorry. That's just not my problem if you don't believe. But get closer to God, because he really makes a big difference in your life. And I'm going to go ahead and, just tell a quick story really, really quick. And just so that, just for purposes. Okay. So this year, I didn't know if I was going to be able to play travel or not, because a couple of things happened. Okay. So I didn't know if I was going to be able to play travel or not. And once I found out that I didn't know if I was going to be able to play travel or not, if you don't know what travel is like basketball for really skilled people. But now it's like travel is just accepting anybody. Not the point. If you play travel basketball, most likely the person is good. So I found out I wasn't going to be able to play travel this year. So, I didn't cry. I didn't pout. I'm not going to lie. I pout just a tad bit. But I caught myself and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to pray. I'm like, God, I don't know what your plan is. I'm not questioning what your plan is. All I know is I don't think this is for me. I know that this is not going to stop my basketball career. I know that this is not the end. This is the start. So whether I am playing travel this year or not, this is going to help me to become a better person. And this is, if I stop, I'm going to have to work overtime because I'm not playing travel. Now, if I continue, this is just going to be like always in the back of my mind. Remember that time you couldn't play travel? Yeah, you need to boss up. You need to step up. So, I was just praying to God. I was praying. I'm like, God, I really don't think this is for me. Like, I don't think this is your plan, And I was praying. I wasn't crying, but I was praying. And I just go to practice. We had practice that night. I went to practice. I come back from practice and I was offered to join another travel team. So I went to that travel team, and the next thing you know, now I'm able to play for the other travel team. So now I'm playing for two travel teams, one co-ed. If you don't know what co-ed means, it's just girls and boys. And now I play for an all-girls team. And now I feel like amazing, and I'm playing for two travel teams, and it's amazing because now I'm getting all the experience that I could possibly get at my age. I mean, I guess you could play for three travel teams. Well, like, if you're playing for three, okay. But, they're both based in the same city. So, it's just, it works out. And I say that to say that the power of God is really, it's really, it really does work. And I don't know like how else to say, but praying to God, you won't realize how much that it helps and how much his power really truly is, and it's not because me praying to him didn't change what happened. Me praying to him made me feel better about what was going to happen and what didn't happen and what I thought was going to happen, what I didn't think was going to happen. Me praying to him guided me through it, because having that relationship with him is going to help you to feel better. It's going to help you to get through it. There's something that I say all the time, which is he led me to it. He'll lead me out of it, and he led me to it. He'll lead me through it. He'll lead me out of it. So that's something that I always say. And one of my favorite scriptures also that has a little bit something to do with things like that is, be strong and courageous. Do not be fearful nor dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. And those two are like my favorite scriptures. Scriptures. I don't know if the first one's a scripture, but the second one, I actually have it on here somewhere. That one is Joshua 1:9. Which is the one that I just say, do not fear for dismay, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. That one is Joshua 1 verse 9. And, like that, it really touches me, and it really, like, I feel with those two lines of God, I'm going to say, because the first one, I'm not sure if it's a scripture. And there's one more scripture I have is, at the right time, the Lord I, the Lord, will make it happen, which is Isaiah chapter 60 verse 20. So those two verses just really help me. They like, or those three lines, like all of those, they really help me when I'm feeling down, when I'm feeling discouraged, when I'm feeling like I just need somebody to talk to, I need to sing. Those are the three sayings I say on repeat, like they're on repeat in my head. And I do want to learn more scriptures, but I'm learning them in portions, because the Bible is really big and it's hard for me to read by myself. So I'm starting to go to church too. I'm reading the scriptures. I'm getting them from people. I'm hearing them TikTok, YouTube, Love Your Natural. That's where I'm getting like the godly stuff. So there's two major podcasts that I watch, which is Fernanda Ramirez, which is where I learn all the Better You stuff. It's a Better You podcast, Fernanda Ramirez, which is where I learn all the Better Me stuff, all that stuff. But religion wise, I get all of that from Love Your Natural. And she's Christian, I'm Christian, but I feel like even if you weren't Christian, you would be able to learn a lot religion wise from her. But she does say being a Christian a lot. So if you are the type who just can't hear stuff like that and you're not a Christian, then I guess I suggest you don't watch her. But I feel like even if you're not a Christian, she would help you a lot with getting closer to God, because the things that she says, I don't think only applies to Christians. But again, I am Christian, so I could be biased. Moving on to the next one is number 7, meeting new people. You want to meet new people, get out there, because now you're moving on from that. Okay, I was with this person, not, you want to meet new people, get yourself out of that funk, because sometimes ending something will open a new door, but you can't open a new door if you don't try new doors. So the saying, when one door closes, the other one another one opens. You're never going to know if another door opens if you don't try to open other doors. Okay, so meeting new people is you trying to open other doors and see what else is out there. Meeting new people doesn't mean looking for a new romantic relationship. It could mean just looking for new friends, looking for new acquaintances, new people to be around. That's what meeting new people means. I mean, it could be coming, you never know. But when I say mean new people, I mean new friends, just new people in general, Okay, coming in with number 8, find closure. And closure is a big one, okay? Because a big problem with people not moving on is they never find closure. Maybe closure is finally talking to the person. Maybe closure is calling the person, hey, how'd you get over it? What'd you do? What's the steps you took? Da da da. Maybe that's what closure is for you. Maybe closure means to finally throw away I don't know, like get a complete new look. Closure looks different for everybody. But closure basically means you're finally getting like a that's what closure feels like. Closure feels like you're finally moving on. So you won't feel like you're moving on, and you finally are. Like, you won't feel like you're finally starting to move on until you get closure, which is true, because all these steps are helping you to move on. But once you get to the closure stage, you won't feel like you're moving on, or you probably won't move on at all until you get to that closure stage. And then finally you'll feel like you're moving on, and finally you will move on, start to move on. Okay. And then 9, you're starting to move on. Okay. So now I'm talking about the proper mindset to have towards now you moved on, or you're still moving on, and now you're meeting new people and you're getting out there. Now I'm going to be talking about what's the proper mindset to have moving forward, because like I talked about in previous podcasts, kids my age and just people in general, I've even seen adults like this. Oh my gosh, I've been so hurt over past relationships. I don't even want to talk to nobody anymore. I don't want to go out there. I don't want no, that's just not a way to live. You have to learn from past mistakes, grow, and learn what and what not to implement in your new relationships, friend-wise, romantic-wise. I always feel like I have to specify that. But you have to know when and what not to implement, what and what not to do, and what not to say. Okay, so I'm going to be talking about that next, and the proper mindset to have, like I said. So coming in with number 1, don't let this interfere with future relationships. So don't, in the back of your mind, it should never be like, in the back of your mind, keep it there, because these things do help you to grow. But don't, like, if you haven't moved on fully, you have to be honest with yourself and the person, because if you haven't moved on fully, I also have that on here, but unintentionally you're going to be always trying to get your get back, and it's toxic. So you have to make sure that you fully moved on with this person before you can get in another friendship or relationship, if that's the kind of person that you are. But if you need to meet new people to move on, then you have to know what kind of person you are in order to move on properly and have the right mindset towards these kind of things. Second one is truly heal, which is what I just said. The third one is be honest with the next person. And if you're feeling hurt, let them know and communicate. Okay. So it's really important with all your friendships, all your relationships, you need to communicate, because without communication, there is like a barrier. Like, you not communicating with somebody is the same thing as I speak only English and no Spanish, and you speak only Spanish and no English. You might as well say that, because we're not communicating how each other feels. Yes, we're good friends. Yes, we giggle and laugh, but there's no communication. That is not good. Okay. Number 4, yeah, like I said, remember not to have resentment, because unintentionally you'll be trying to get your get back at the wrong person. This has happened so many times where I've seen people get their get back. I've done it too. Like I explained in the last video, sometimes you'll be like, okay, so I remember when I went out to the mall and he cheated on me. Let me just use that as an example. He cheated on me. So now when he goes out to the mall, I'm going to cheat on him back. But now you're not even realizing you're with a whole nother person now. Not only is it wrong to get your get back, the Bible says that always let God handle everything. That's something that I tell myself whenever I feel like I have to get my get back. I always say, he led me to it. He'll lead me through it. He'll lead me out of it. So basically in my head, I'm telling myself, just leave it to God. Leave it alone. Okay. And honestly, God has helped me. Every time I get mad, I'm like, I'm just going to leave it to God. Like when I get mad, I have to ball up my fist, because then I feel the pressure relieving when I leave it to God. And if you ever see me do that, if you see me ball up my fist, it's a good sign, because that means I'm not going to do anything bad. It's me trying to carry all the anger and then let it out. But when I don't ball up my fist, that's when you need to be worried. Okay. But yeah, so unintentionally, you're always going to be trying to get your get back. So make sure that not only do you truly heal, remind yourself that this is a whole nother person. Don't be trying to get your get back, okay? Not only because it's a whole nother person, but because getting your get back is just wrong. You don't want to be doing wrong things to the wrong people. You're already doing wrong things. Don't do it to the wrong person too. Okay. And then lastly, number 5, don't trauma dump. Don't be like, it's good to communicate, but you have to know the difference between communicating with the person, letting them know how you feel, versus trauma dumping. And honestly, I don't really know the difference, so it's going to be a little hard for me to explain. But to me, I think that trauma dumping means basically like, oh my gosh, like I was in my past relationship, he cheated on me, and I just can't do this. Like, I don't even know if I can be in a relationship with you. But now, I think the difference between trauma dumping and communicating is, with trauma dumping, you're just like, you're putting in all the negative and you're just telling them all the negative things. But when it comes to communicating, you're like, yeah, the negative did happen, but look at the positive, And I think that's the difference between trauma dumping and just communicating with the person, okay? But anyways, guys, that is all I have today about how to move on and what's the proper mindset to have. If you guys enjoyed this video, do not forget to like, comment, share, and like I said, share it to your friends. But subscribe and comment down below some other video ideas that you might have for me to do. Y'all, the collabs with Aaron and Anna are coming, okay? Just wait, okay? Just bear with me. They're coming. I hope they're coming. I'm just trying to be positive, okay? But anyways, it's kind of hard to film a podcast in school, okay? So how are we going to go about that? But anyway, yeah, so that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoy. Like I said, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next podcast. Bye.